Me doing the same type of video 2 weeks in a row? More likely than you think. But anyway, welcome back. This is Elise from Elise's Sapphic, and today we are going to be living up to the name by covering the first episode of one of my favorite woman-loving woman or Yuri anime, Aoihana, or Sweet Blue Flowers. Unlike last week though, this series isn't short, so this is a full 20-minute episode, so I hope this video doesn't end up too long. I remember binging this in 2016. I watched it in Wandering Sun in the exact same setting because the art style was really similar, then later found out that the reason for that was because they were both made by the same mangaka, Takako Shimura. As with everything, I haven't rewatched it in years, so let's just get into it. We start in a sepia-toned dream with one of our protagonists, Fumi, crying at school as a kid and an unseen voice pretty much saying she's always been a crybaby. As she pulls herself out of bed and looks sadly at her high school uniform, the intro starts. Which, speaking of the intro, it's so simple, but I really like it. When the song ends, we see the morning events in Fumi's house, with her mother and father going on about their plans of the day, her father going to a party after work, and her mom meeting up with someone later in the day, and then meeting Chizu, Fumi's cousin. And our first signs of a future plot point, as well as a future staple of Yuri for some reason, with Fumi asking why Chizu has to go and saying that she shouldn't have come back to this place and should have stayed with Chizu, going as far to say she shouldn't have left her. We switch houses and meet our other protagonist, Achan. We automatically notice her uniform is a different one. Instead of being the blazer style Fumi has, it's just a schoolgirl type, as well as a difference in their approach, Fumi just sitting calmly while Achan seeming very much like she's running late. Her mom stops her to give her lunch before she runs out without it, before telling her that she doesn't have to rush because Shinobu, her brother, offered to drive her. Achan doesn't seem very happy about this. She gets him to drop her off at the station instead of taking her all the way to school, which he waves goodbye with a warning about perverts on the train. She almost immediately runs into Fumi and seems already like a useless lesbian, just staring at her as the scene changes to the inside of the train. And what do you know, Big Bro was right, perverts are present. We don't see much other than Fumi being obviously upset, but Achan isn't stupid and immediately takes action by stomping on his foot as hard as she can. I personally think he got off lucky, so they walk to school. But can we pause for just a second? What's up with Yuri in church schools? There seems to be a lot of just a lot of schools with nuns. Strawberry Panic, Maria watches over us, you know? Anyway, at Fumi's school, she meets Pon and her friends, and they try to get her to join drama club with them. She says no, but agrees to get tea with them. Back with Achan, she meets someone herself, being Ikumi Kyoko. As Achan puts it, she's like a princess and has been at the school since she was in 1st grade. Also, I think Achan has a thing for tall girls even though she doesn't realize it just yet. As Achan and her family are eating dinner and talking about their days, the phone rings. And lo and behold, the person Fumi's mom was supposed to be meeting today was in fact Achan's mom. So now Achan and Fumi are face to face once again and extremely confused, or at least Achan's confused. We return to the sepia dream from the start of the episode with more context this time. Achan and Fumi were friends when they were kids, and because of that, Fumi relied a lot on Achan, to the point that the other students knowing to go get Achan whenever Fumi would cry, but Fumi's family moves away, and because of that, they grow apart. After some time spent at Achan's house reminiscing, Fumi and her mother head back home. And we are not going to talk about the hint of incest because that's a lot to unpack, and in my opinion, I still think Chizu did something weird and I don't trust her. Look at these eyes, they're shifty. And the episode ends how it begins, with Achan calling Fumi a crybaby. The show is so slow, and while it seems like nothing's happening, so much gets set up here to be further explored. Like, I think we meet almost every character that plays a role in this first episode. But yeah, this video is already really long, so I won't keep you too much longer, but this story is very interesting, and we get to watch Fumi and Achan slowly fall in love with each other, and maybe even others looking at you, Miss Playboy. But it's a really good coming-of-age story that deals with a lot of interesting topics, and it's free to watch right here on YouTube on Nozomi Entertainment's YouTube channel. They actually have a lot of shows up if you're interested. But yeah, I hope this was enjoyable. Do you like this style of video? Do you like the new editing done by Skarna? Let me know in the comments and I'll see you all next week. Later, Fixels. Also, I know I sound tired. I'm sorry, I just don't have energy today.